What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, where we are in the autumn season of Series 37. So I'm going to go through the new challenges and rewards. So you can see 50% here on the autumn season will get you a backstage pass. 80% will get you the McLaren Speedtail. So pretty neat reward there. Photo challenge, you have to be in a Lamborghini. And at the lighthouse, the weekly Forzathon challenge deals with extreme off-road vehicles. You've got your daily challenges as well. The trial event, Lamb Chop Chop, will get you the Lamborghini Miura, which is pretty sweet. We're definitely going to have to do that. There is a showcase remix. Autumn games will get you the Mercedes-Benz E63. You've got your traditional PR stunts. The Get Hyper seasonal event will get you the Lamborghini Veneno. The Silence of the Lamborghinis will get you the 2016 Aventador. And the Modern Age seasonal event will get you the Porsche 718 GTS. And that's actually what we're going to jump into to start out this season. So let's see what the restriction is here. So it's going to be a C-Class modern sports cars. So I'm going to go ahead and set up 3 different cars, and we'll see you at the start line for the event. Alright, here we are at the entry to the Modern Age seasonal event. So, trying to look through the cars, there's not many that fit the C-Class modern sports car category. So, we've got the 2017 Abarth 124 Spider set up. We also have a Mazda Miata set up, and a Subaru BRZ. So I think there's like maybe 4 cars that fit it, maybe 5 cars, in the auction show at least. Obviously the GT86 is not in the auction show. It's a rare car, so I didn't want to use it because it's a rare car. But here's the 3 cars we'll be using. Again, the Abarth 124 Spider, the 2013 MX-5, and the 2013 Subaru BRZ. So we're going to jump into the Spider first and get the show on the road. Alright, so the Glen Ronach Hills Sprint. Anytime you're doing a seasonal championship, you want to make sure that you're racing against at least the highly skilled Drivatar difficulty. That'll ensure that you get the 3 stars on the event. So let's go ahead and jump right into it then. So that was one of the other options up there in 5th. It's the race mode, tech mode, or whatever it's called. But it looks like all the other cars are either this car, the Miata, or the BRZ. So I doubt that there are any other hidden options really. It's such a weird category. I expected there to be more, because there's quite a good amount of modern sports cars in the games. It's just there's not very many. Ooh, a little wet road there, but not very many lower class. Usually they're around A class, so not doing too great right now. Hopefully we can pick it up as we get through some of these turns coming up. I do have a tune on the car, and again we set up all 3 of the cars that we're going to be racing with. The tune for this car will be up on the screen now, and I'll put up the other 2 share codes for the other 2 tunes, or the other 2 cars, more towards the beginning of the race. But yeah, if you want to check the tunes out, you know, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use 3 different cars is just to show, you know, different options that can be used in these events, and, you know, kind of give more content as far as, you know, being able to see, you know, what I do the races in, what works good for me. But you only have to use 1 car. You don't have to use 3. I just choose to do that to try to, you know, provide some assistance to people that might, you know, not have every single car. Like if I would have used the Toyota GT86, there's probably a handful of people that don't have that car because they only brought it back and made it available. You can't just go buy it from the auction house. Oh, not from the auction house, from the auto show. You probably can go buy it from the auction house, but it'll cost you a pretty penny because it's a rare car. But I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm doing cars that people actually have and, you know, can use. So about 65% through this race though, so let me just skip to the end. I don't think that we're gonna have much issue outside of that. Alright, we just made the last big corner of the race. Again, nothing really changed. We're still up in front. This car seems good. You know, obviously it's all about how you can drive it as well. It's a little slidey. Again, the ground's wet though. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next race, and we'll probably jump into we'll do the Miata next. We'll save the BRZ for last. Alright, here we go into the Astmore Heritage Circuit. So we only had one circuit race, or one circuit event on this championship, which is good. I much prefer sprint races. But hopefully we can knock through this pretty quickly. This one feels a little more planted. We're not really dealing with as wet of a road as we were in the last race. This one seems a little quicker. Stat-wise, it is faster. Bump our way up here. Trying to get a handle for the way the car feels too. It's kind of one of the nice things about circuit races is I can really get a feel for the car because you do the same thing 3 times in a row. It doesn't work, a certain way the first time. Obviously, the second time you can kind of make adjustments, and for the most part, the third time you might actually have it down pat on how to handle, that specific corner. We're gonna just push through the BRZ here. Almost a good cutback. I was gonna try to cut back inside on him, but hit the brakes a little too quickly. Right, up on the inside there. So we took the lead in the first lap. We got, I don't know what happened to the BRZ there. It lost like 3 positions. We went into that turn a little hot. We're still out in front. Got the Racemo or whatever it's called right behind us. I was going to use that, but I didn't want to buy it from the auto show. I didn't even go look on the auction house, but on the auto show it was 600,000 credits, and I was like, yeah, that's not worth that much to me. But what I usually try to do is just use cars that are in my garage. Just because if I have them, I've more than likely gotten them from a wheel spin or something along those lines, so there's a better chance people might have them outside of, me going and buying a car. So it's kind of where I determine like what cars I use for this. Is I really try to check my garage first, and unless it's something that I know I unlocked through like a seasonal event or a Forza-thon shop, if it's not like a rare car, then I usually use it. Sometimes I like to use the rare cars just because they're fun. I would have used the GT86 in a heartbeat for this event, but it is more rare than some of the other cars, so if I chose against it, if it was something that came out pretty often, I would have done it. But, there's very little cars that actually can be used for this specific event, so I'm glad that we have probably the main 3, being the Abarth, this Miata, and then the BRZ, which is what we'll use in the next race. Excited about the autumn season. It's actually a pretty good playlist. I think the next video we're gonna do the trial event to get that Lamborghini Miura. I was gonna do that one as the first video, but I didn't have enough time on my lunch break to do so, so I just figured I'd squeeze in this seasonal championship real quick, and then I'll record the trial event when I get off work later. It should still be posted today, so definitely keep an eye out for that. The Miura. I think the Miura might be one of my favorite Lamborghinis just because of how I think it looks really cool. You know, it's just a classic car. And it's pretty rare in this game, as it is in real life. So, excited to get it. But there we go. First place there. Got one more race to go. And we'll go ahead and jump into it and jump into our BRZ. Alright, here we go. Again, we're in our BRZ. It's got the nice wide body kit on it. So it looks nice. It's actually the fastest car we are using, stat-wise at least. Let's see how it handles. It's got a little bit understeer, but this is a sprint race, so that shouldn't matter too much. I'll throw the share code for the tune up on the screen now. I'm probably going to go ahead and just announce that this is probably the car that you're going to want to use if you're just using one car. It's between this and the Miata, quite honestly. Unless you have the GT86. The GT86 will probably do pretty good. Woo, slid right by that. Let's rewind that. That's me taking a bad line. I don't want to put that on the car yet. There we go. A little cleaner there. Up into third. Yeah. So, let's see what we can do here. This one's a sprint race, like I said, and it's kind of why I chose to use the BRZ on it. I think it's the longer sprint race as far as it's got the most straightaways because it gets onto the highway. So that's why I wanted to use this on this track, or this event. Just because it is, stat-wise, our fastest vehicle. So I figured it would probably do better here. And it's making it look easy. It sounds good too. I like the way it looks. This is like, I don't know. I would love to have a BRZ. I wouldn't want it stock. It would definitely be something that I would love to like build and, or you know, buy and then build it out, not keep it stock. I think it's a very good looking vehicle. A lot of people don't like the way it looks, but I think the BRZ and the GT86 and the, you know, Scion FRS, I think they were all good looking. I mean, they're the exact same car, so if I thought one was good looking and not the other, there'd be a little more of a problem there. But I think they are nice looking. I wish they would have like stock put more power into this thing. I wish the Subaru one would have been all-wheel drive, or at least had an all-wheel drive variant. I think that would have been, you know, a neat little feature for it, but I understand that you can't necessarily appease everybody. And I mean, this thing was just so light, it was used more of a drift car, and that's what it's kind of known as, is, you know, in a lot of different games, it's, you know, a drift car, like Need for Speed Payback, I'm gonna say. I mean, the drift guy, maybe it wasn't Payback. I don't remember. I don't think it was Payback now that I think about it. I don't know which one it was. It's one of the older. It's not the newest one. It might be the one before that. I don't know. But it was used for the like drift star of that game. Like that's what his car was, a BRZ. So, you know, it's more of a drift car, or known as a drift car, but you're not supposed to do all-wheel drive drifting, right? Outside of video games. So there we go, across the line, 60 points. Modern Age is complete. Sorry about my rambling. As you can see here, we're going to get those 3 stars because we did race against the highly skilled drivatars. You can race against hired skilled ones if you want. So we got the Porsche 718 GTS unlocked and 40,000 for completing the event. Alright, so that's how you unlock the 718 GTS Porsche in the autumn season of Forza Horizon 4. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, or you found the video helpful, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed if you want to stay tuned for future Forza Horizon 4 content. Every week I go through the weekly festival playlist, make videos on them. And then, you know, I post all of my share codes that I use for the tunes into the Discord server, and there is a link down below if you want to join that. You can also use that Discord server to find people to play with, whether it be, you know, just playing the game naturally, you know, just online having some fun, or if you're looking for teammates for the trial event or the weekly Playground Games event, definitely go check that out. There's chat rooms in there to find people to do that. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you later today for the trial event.